Hey you all, I hope you guys had a good day. So earlier the Holy Spirit said be gentle with yourself, and then he said Hannah. So I knew I had to go to 1 Samuel. It's 1 Samuel chapter 1, I believe. And in the book of 1 Samuel, if you guys remember, I would recommend to go and watch it. But Hannah, she was really sad about not being able to bear children. And she had an adversary, which was Penina. And Penina kept provoking her. Hannah didn't retaliate or anything like that. But she felt really discouraged about not being able to bear children, which, that really hurt her heart. And God knew that because Hannah was a praying woman. She was somebody who would go and talk to the Lord, go up there when they were, praying. So, God heard her heart and the heart's desires that, she has. And, he eventually answered that prayer, but it was on God's timing. So I know sometimes things can look so discouraging around us, things can look like they are not looking up, or our situations are not going to change. We can always try to, try to compare or see well, why is this not happening for me as quick as, somebody else or something like that? But God has a perfect timing, and everybody's journey is different. But don't give up. Be gentle to yourself, be gentle with yourself, because sometimes we do have to take a step back. Sometimes we do have to, get in our secret place and pour out. And I remember even in that story, it had said that Hannah's mouth was moving, but nothing was coming out. So God heard her heart. He heard the heart and the cries of her heart. And God hears you even when you can't speak. Because sometimes, let's be honest, sometimes we don't have the words to say. Sometimes we don't have what we want to portray and what we want to say, but our heart is aching. And God still hears that. So be gentle with yourself, and always remember, give yourself grace. Sometimes, because we're not perfect, things can seem discouraging because we're like, well, I'm not at this point yet. But really, to be honest, you're perfectly at the point that God needs you to be at. So I hope y'all have a good night, and I'll talk to y'all soon.